South Carolina is through to the national championship game. Who will join them? Will it be Texas or UCLA? Go! Another spot in the national championship game on the line. Tonight, South Carolina ended UConn's 54-game winning streak. Another spot in the national championship game on the line tonight after South Carolina's dominant defensive performance against UConn. Texas has just bludgeoned opponents of late. 12 straight wins. They won by an average of 26.5 points. Here we go. This Final Four matchup between UCLA and Texas is underway.
See Texas starting out in man-to-man. They deny hard and make it difficult to even catch the ball. You see that here.
Finally, Neepkins with the shot clock all the way whittled down to 10. Gianna Neepkins looking for a lane. The pull-up rims off. And the rebound secured by Brea Cunningham.
Vic Schaefer in his practice yesterday continued to emphasize to his team the importance of the defensive board.
Booker too smooth.
Because UCLA is a terrific offensive rebounding team. Second in offensive rebound rate this season. How about Madison Booker? Coach Schaefer wants her hunting shots, gets her the first look of the game.
We asked Corey Close, how are you going to deal with the physicality of Texas? She said, I'm going to try and get our team mad, get them fired up, and make sure they know you're going to have to play through some contact. As Rice can't hit the three. Here's Booker off the glass. Harmon lobbing it in. Carlton, the deep catch. And throws it away. Ledger Walker off the steal. Lost the handle. Neepkins back ironing off. Long rebound. Neepkins comes down with it and lays it in. Gianna Neepkins, the Utah grad transfer. One of just 8 active Division I players with 2,000 points, 500 rebounds, and 300 assists.
They're a 50, 40, 90 player in the women's college game.
Here's Lee. Lee got bumped, unable to flip it in. That's the rebound. Rice bounces in. Gabriela Jaquez out to Betts. A little midi. It's good.
Really nice way to get Betts the look. You have Jaquez post up and then she dribbles over and gives Betts the little mid-range. You would expect to be the reverse in terms of which of your players you have on the block.
UCLA's entire starting lineup, seniors. Rory Harmon, the senior leader for Texas. Carlton got bumped. Stood up by Neepkins. Flips it out. Lee, 7 to shoot. Trying to create with 4. Lee on the drive. Unable to bank it in. Jordan Lee, who was excellent first 3 games of the tournament, was just 2 for 17 in the Elite 8.
Terrific 2 defensive possessions by UCLA, though, forcing Lee to go one-on-one late in the shot clock.
Neepkins, a deep one. Is good. What a start for the Bruins.
One of the things Corey Close told us yesterday is we have to hit first, and then we have to be able to go punch for punch. Great start for UCLA.
And some unfamiliar territory for Texas. They have trailed for just 8 minutes and 44 seconds total during their 12-game winning streak as Harmon buries the mid-range.
You see that action consistently from Texas, just players running off of baseline screens, and you see what Texas does here, just trying to make even inbounding the basketball a challenge.
They have forced by far and away the most 5-second violations in the country this season. Jaquez on the attack, contested by Booker. Neepkins comes away with it. Ledger Walker loses it out of bounds, and it will be Texas basketball.
The ball goes into the right block, and Jaquez does a good job. A couple of dribbles, shovels it out to Lauren Betts for the good look, and Gianna Neepkins. You do not want to lose her when she's outside the three-point line. Outstanding three-point shooter.
43% on the season, 43% in her career. Remember, a couple years ago, under Lynn Roberts. Utah looked like a potential Final Four team, and then Neepkins went down with a knee injury. He's been a key piece for UCLA this year. Here's Booker, fading, doesn't hit that one. Gets the box out, and Dugalich in off the bench for UCLA. Rice through traffic. Betts guarded by Cunningham. A crowd comes. Betts unfazed.
Lauren Betts just handled that post up beautifully. Not only did the double team come, there was physicality there, and she had the fadeaway, but did not shy away, and still able to get it to drop.
Lee looking in. Lee has it ripped away. Dugalich ahead to Jaquez. That was like a clear foul on Booker, was not called.
There's been a lot of physicality here early in this game. That's what you expect from a very tough Texas team.
Sidbury in off the bench guarding Rice. Neepkins turning, taking, no. We do have T. Kantner, our outstanding rules analyst, with us to break things down all game long. Booker will fire. Rims off. Long rebound, Neepkins. She's been a factor on the glass as well. Too tall on the pass there for Betts, and a timeout on the floor. 4:29 to go in the first. Good start here for Lauren Betts and the Bruins.
Certainly Lauren Betts showing her offensive prowess. We saw the little baseline jumper here. Double team comes, spins, absorbs contact, hits the sister.
One of the top recruits in the nation this past year. Here's Lee. Lee cradling, turning, taking, missing. Sidbury able to yank it away, but UCLA hangs on. Just get the feeling Texas is going to need Jordan Lee to break out of this little mini game plus slump.
And Vic Schaefer is very intentional coming out of timeout, so certainly that play was drawn up to get Lee a look.
Betts, deep catch, little hook, can't pop it in, gets it back, short, rebound Cunningham. Uh-oh, Cunningham goes down, grabbing out that left leg, now goes back to her feet. Lori Harmon has said many times throughout this tournament run, job's not finished. Texas experienced the Final Four last year, looking for a title this year. Cunningham, no.
Texas continuing to run the dribble drive offense. We saw an earlier possession involving Lauren Betts as a defender in a pick and roll. She plays drop coverage. You wonder if Vic Schaefer will go to that with Madison Booker as the ball handler.
That's going to be a foul on Sidbury. A courtside of the Women's Final Four presented by AT&T. Jess Sims, Katie Feeney, the Stud Buds, Lona Mayer, all there courtside. We saw Letitia Heidemann between games where she said, I'm not going to lie, guys, this TV stuff you do is hard.
I think it's being a stud bud is probably hard.
Probably pretty difficult too. But, you know, instead we told Letitia, that's right, make sure to tell everyone exactly that who consumes the broadcast. Here's Ledger Walker. Dugalich. Duga, yes! Connecting from downtown. She was massive in the fourth quarter for UCLA in their win against Duke in the Elite Eight. And now UCLA has handed Texas their largest deficit of the tourney. Just 4 points thus far for the Longhorns. Booker in the corner of three, way off the mark. Sienna Betts in for UCLA. Texas has missed its last 5 attempts. Backdoor, Jaquez lays it in. How about this start for the Bruins?
I think Texas is trying to make UCLA uncomfortable, and UCLA has just been handling it beautifully. We've seen so many teams have 5-second inbound violations. Texas has forced 30 of those on the season, by far more than any other team. And one of the things that Vic Schaefer was harping on with his team yesterday is their defensive rebounding. We saw a couple of times in practice where they gave up an offensive board to the practice team and had to run sprints as a result. But here, UCLA playing to their strength, 3 offensive rebounds already.
And a +6 on the glass. UCLA on a 7-0 run. Look at that. My goodness. I don't know that you could come out of a timeout any worse than that.
You'll see here Madison Booker, ball's thrown behind her, and she can't corral it. Understandably, Vic Schaefer frustrated.
And Vic Schaefer's going deep in his bench early. We've seen games where he'll ride his entire starting five the full first quarter. You already had Taya Sidbury come in. Now you have Leah Crump, the freshman, as well as Ashton Judd into the game. And a foul there is going to go against Texas. And they will call it on Cunningham for first.
Yeah, it was Brea Cunningham trying to hedge out hard on the on-ball screen and just didn't get there quickly enough.
There's Kyla Oldacre, who had 12 points, 11 rebounds in the Elite Eight. She is a huge difference maker off the bench for Texas. Jaquez having trouble getting it in. Finally, finds Dugalich. Jaquez trying to save it, did not. Texas basketball. Now we see the freshman Crump into the game for the Longhorns. And one thing Jordan Lee, Rory Armand, Madison Booker all emphasized to us before the Sweet 16. They said, we know Crump's minutes haven't been up, but at some point in this tournament, she is going to make a huge difference for us.
She has struggled so far, only 3 of 14 during the NCAA tournament, but certainly with her size and ability to hit from deep can be impactful.
Oldacre sneaks in for two.
Oldacre certainly unbothered. It's a rare time where she's going against a defender who is bigger and longer than she.
1:20 to go in this first. Booker takes it away. Possession arrow belongs with Texas. The NCAA Men's Championship Final Four begins tomorrow, 6 Eastern on TBS. For more information, go to ncaa.com. UConn men will be carrying the torch for Stores now after South Carolina upset the Huskies in the first one tonight. Judd putting it on the deck, turning the corner, gets denied. Dugalich with a little stare after the rejection.
Dugalich kind of got beat by a step, but still has the space to block that shot. Shot blockers love space to get to the basketball.
I don't know if she said something in Serbian afterwards. Booker finds Oldacre, center of the lane, didn't have the handle of it. Hooked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Texas.
We continue to see Texas, though, going deep into the shot clock for many of their possessions. We have not seen that a lot throughout the course of this tournament, Ryan.
Well, and Vic Schaefer has consistently said to us, the main reason why he's so much more confident this year, he said, we can score, y'all. He said, we used to have to eke out wins in the 60s and 50s, but they have not been able to score in this first quarter against UCLA. Booker on the drive, can't whip it in. She's now 1 of 5 from the floor. Rice knocked out of bounds. No, it'll stay in. Rice gets it back. Now throws it away. Crump has it for Texas. 15 seconds left in this first. Texas has missed 8 of its last 9 shots. They're just 3 of 13 in the quarter. Harmon gets fouled by Ledger Walker.
I would imagine Corey feels frustrated because there's been a lot of physicality throughout this first quarter that hasn't been called. And that's what happened. You see her talking to the official right now. That's what we saw happen in the regular season meeting as well.
That was UCLA's only loss of the season. Booker gets it in, gets it back, elevates, can't hit. That'll do it for the first. Booker just 1 of 6 from the floor in the